morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. You see this face? You hear this voice? You hear all this loudness at 8 o'clock in the morning? You know what that means? It means it's time for Solace Saturday. I know my neighbors are sick of me, but they're going to be all right. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. You know how I feel about saying good morning. I'll say good morning till somebody say it back. But not today. Not today. I don't have time because we got things to do. We got special guests today. It's going to be, oh my God, I'm so excited. So, good morning and welcome. Let me do my preliminaries and just say what I got to say and do what I got to do so we can jump right in. Right? So, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rufus. Good morning, Shaka. Is my baby okay? Is he all right? Titi? I need to know if he's on. Please, if you can just screenshot a picture or something, I need to know if he's okay. Good morning and welcome. I am Cherise Stevenson, your life strategist, and welcome to my temporary studio of 1490, where this is a platform of growth and encouragement. We use this moment as a mirror, not to look at ourselves, but to look within ourselves, right? And so what you see is what you get, and what you hear is what you heard. Yeah, because, honey, it's a lot of follow-up bleeps and blunders on this platform. So it's live, y'all. We here, and we are live. So this platform was birthed out of the trilogy of Unnamed and Unwanted. Hold on, I'm just doing some stuff. Right? I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. But this platform was birthed out of a platform of, this platform was birthed out of my books, the trilogy of Unnamed and Unwanted, right? So here's my first baby, Unnamed and Unwanted. What am I here for? Here go my middle child. Whoops, one kid. Here go my middle child, Unnamed and Unwanted, the possibilities of me. And my third baby, which is this platform, Unnamed and Unwanted, I know who I am, the process to positivity. This is not the only process, but it is a process where we combat negativity with positivity, right? So again, good morning and welcome. Please tag, like, share, comment, and subscribe. 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 What are we subscribing to? We are subscribing to YouTube. Yeah, we are on YouTube. So if you missed the live, if you missed the replay, or something happened to your iPad, your laptop, your phone, you still got a TV, and there's YouTube, and YouTube is forever. So if you want to catch old episodes, you want to see your favorite person, you can always go to YouTube. And you can also go to my website, which is www.Cherise Stevenson. The information is on the platform. Also, there is a shop with Cherise on the website where you can buy cute little items that has our mantra, which is bigger, better, greater. This is my co-host. Don't he look just like me? You look just like me, right? So, right, it's a lot going on. We're going to jump into announcements really quick. We are paying tribute to men this month. Give it up for the men, y'all. We need our men. I'll say it. We need our men. Not as I don't need a man. No, we need our men, period. We need them strong. We need them healthy. We need them with us. We need our men, right? So, and men need love too. And he's hanging in. Okay, great. Thanks, Titi. Is he watching? So we need our men. They're our head, they're our leaders, they're our protectors, they're our providers. We need our men, and they need love too. They need encouragement too. So in honor of Father's Day, we dedicate the month of June to our men. With a little side note for me, because it's also my birthday month. get excited about that because 2 reasons. Number one, I don't look like what I've been through, and I don't look my age. Say what? Say what? So here we are, right? Here we are. So, listen, real short announcements. I am not acknowledging birthdays or graduates at this time. We're going to do it next Saturday, right? Next Saturday is my day, my platform. I don't know what my team is doing in honor of my birthday, because my birthday is actually next weekend. But I celebrate all month, so jump in when you can, right? Thank you, Raymond. But so I didn't announce any birthdays because we're going to do it next Saturday. I'm going to include everybody with me, and we're just going to have a big happy birthday song and dance and do what we do, right? But I also have another platform called Chit Chat with Cherise. It's and we usually do it the first of every month, but we did not do it this month. There was a lot going on. My co-host was going through some things. So we are going to reschedule Chit Chat with Cherise on the 15th of this month. This is why it's important to not only like my pages, but to follow my pages, because stuff happens, right? So we are going to do Chit Chat with Cherise on the 15th of this month. I believe that is this Thursday. This Thursday, 7 p.m., we are doing Chit Chat with Cherise. And as you know, something happened in the news. And, you know, everything is a trigger for me. So y'all just pray for me with the triggers, right? But we're going to be discussing some things. So look out for the announcement. I will probably do a live invite sometime this week because we did not do it on the first. And I owe you guys who follow Chit Chat with Cherise a conversation, right? And you know, Chit Chat with Cherise and Solace Saturdays are two completely different platforms, especially with my co-host. Jesus, that girl, y'all pray for her, right? So with that being said, one more thing, right? It's my birthday, and I want to be a blessing to somebody. And I started a contest last week, and nobody got the right answer. I had some good guests, but they were wrong guests. So we're going to put the competition out there again. We're going to put the question out there again. So as you can see, this is my co-host for Solace Saturday with his cute self. And he now has a name. And you guys have to guess his name. And I gave a clue, and I feel some kind of way that nobody got this. But here's the clue again. He is named after one of my favorite people, but it's not his birth name. It's a character name. So, hey, Tiff. So my co-host is named after my favorite person, but it's not their government name. It's their character name. Y'all got to figure that out. I want to be a blessing to somebody. You're going to stop me from being a blessing? Come on now. So, y'all listen, figure it out. Think hard. Especially if you've been to my house. Okay, so there's another clue. If you've been to my house, you know who this favorite person is. All right? So, come on, help you be, so I can be a blessing to you guys. All right? All right, so with all of that being said, we are definitely still praying for everybody. I hope everybody's okay from what happened midweek with the hot air quality. I hope everybody was safe. Listen, I left work. I ain't wait for them to tell me to leave. I didn't wait for them to give me the okay to leave. I left because I come first. My health comes first. I come first. But I pray that everybody was safe. Everybody was well. Everybody's okay. We are still praying for the world in general, but there were several. All right, you real hot, Titi. Okay, all right, okay, all right. You see, I'm smiling, right? Just to see that, I light up like a Christmas tree, right? Yeah, figure out the character. Titi is hot, y'all. Titi is hot. So, we also had deaths in within this 1 week. Matter of fact, our guest today We had death in the family, so we're praying for him and his family. Last week's guest had death in his family. We're still praying for the McLennans. My staff member Vanessa, we're still praying for her and her family. They had death. We're praying for Rufus. Y'all know Rufus and Shaka, right? I say good morning to. Rufus is not feeling well. Yes, we pray for animals too. Animals are humans too. I don't care what nobody say. They just need a social security number. But Rufus is not feeling well, so we're praying for Rufus. And Erica, my other staff member, had death in her family, so we're still holding them up in prayer. Hey Berta. So praise, and this all happened within from last Saturday to this Saturday. Like it was just bong, 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 bong. So we want to just cover each other in prayer. It's a lot going on. And even though we feel okay, don't be afraid to go get checked out because there's something going on with that air quality. Go get checked, especially if you have underlying ailments, please, because you may be okay today, but you may not be okay tomorrow. And I ain't trying to scare nobody, but that's just how stuff happens. 9/11 happened, and then here we are all this time later, and people still are being affected by that. It's not as strong as 9/11, but just the same. You don't know what got into your pores and your breathing capacity. You don't know. So we go get checked so we can know. All right, y'all. So listen, again, I told y'all we are paying tribute to the men. We have a guest. I have run my mouth enough. Right? So, and we're dealing with fathers. I'm going to introduce him. He's going to introduce himself. And then we're going to take it from there. All right, y'all? So if I forgot anything, I'm sorry. Accept my apology. But I got to get my guest on because listen, get your pens, get your papers, get your tape recorders because this is going to be really, 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 really good. Yes, Titi. Yeah, Titi got it. His name is Lance. His name is Lance. All right, Titi. So you get to go to Shop with Cherise website and pick out something and let me know what it is and I'll send it to you. Yeah, I was a little worried. Like nobody know me. How y'all don't know me? I'm an open book. How y'all don't know me? So congratulations, Titi. Congratulations. Woo, y'all had me worried. Right. So without further delay, I'm gonna bring up. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Without further delay, we're gonna bring up our guest, none other than Jamel Lewis. Can you say good morning and welcome him, please? Woo! Good morning, Mel. Oh,
good morning.
I can't be personal. I gotta be professional. Good morning, Jamel.
Good morning, Cherise. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. God's good, so I'm good.
How about that? You starting already. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself so we can go into our discussion for the day?
Okay. About me, this is always so hard to do.
It is.
I am number one foremost. I'm a father.
Yes.
I'm a pastor. I'm a community activist, or I should say, community advocate. Uh, I work with the National Action Network. I serve as the vice president of the Brooklyn chapter. At least so far, you know. I'm a little crazy.
Be easy. This is recorded.
Right. And I'm a musician. Music is my love. It is my first love. and it will be my last love.
Ah,
Um, I am, I am that I am.
I am that I am, right?
I am that I am.
I love that. You forgot to say that you was a pop pop.
Yeah, yeah. I'm that too. I'm that too. It's so hard to embrace because you don't it doesn't it feels like it's not real. You
I
know,
know. Yeah.
it's like time is going by so quickly. And yes, I am a pop. I am, two wonderful granddaughters, which is amazing to me. Uh, there's Sabrina, who is the youngest, and then there's Audrey, who is the oldest. So
And them
yes,
some beautiful little girls, boy. Woo!
hey. They get it from their grandfather. They get it
Oh
from
Lord. Let me
their
move on. Let us move on. Let us move on.
grandfather.
So, Jarrell, as
Yes.
you know, we're paying tribute to fathers for the month of June because
Okay.
we did mothers for the month of May, and it's
Yeah.
only fair. It's only fair, and I'm more excited about this platform than I am Mother's Day because men don't have a platform, and men don't get respect that they deserve. Men, not immature men, the men, right? So you had the theme is fathers of faith, right?
Uh-huh.
And your subject to study was Solomon.
Yes.
Yeah. And so your topic is the faith of wisdom.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. Like my hands are itching because I know I'm gonna be so tired from what you got to say. But your topic is faith of wisdom, right?
Okay.
So my first question to you is basically can define wisdom because I feel like, and this is just me, people get wisdom and knowledge confused.
Okay.
They're not the same. So can you define wisdom and help us understand what's the difference between wisdom and knowledge?
Uh, Knowledge, I would say, is information. And when you have knowledge, it is that you have information. Wisdom is the insight and the good judgment on how to use that information that you have gotten over the years. So a lot of people they do confuse the two. They feel like because I have the information that I should be the one, doing leadership or the one who should be in charge or in control. But just because you have knowledge, if you do not know how to apply that knowledge, if you
Mm.
do not have good insight concerning that knowledge, you could lead us all into a ditch. You could really mess up a whole lot of lives without wisdom. It is wisdom also is it is how one rules their domain. Wise domain, wisdom.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wisdom goes very deep. Wisdom,
Yeah.
she's a very, very deep wonder.
Oh, let me so here you go. You starting already. In your in from
Yeah.
you, your thought, your concept. Why is wisdom feminine? Why when we refer to wisdom, why is it of the feminine aspect?
Uh, Wisdom is a nurturer,
Ah, that's good. Wow.
and you know, knowledge can come up with concepts. It can come up with visions, but wisdom is the thing that nurtures that concept. It nurtures that vision. Wisdom is the thing that allows you to cultivate the plan. It gives you insight on the plan. It gives you insight on the vision, and not just insight, but also good judgment on how to work the plan and how to work the vision. So anytime you have a good woman by your side, a good woman, every man knows that a good woman is one who will have insight and she will have good judgment uh, concerning the vision or the plan that you may have. You know, um, we can come and have ourselves brought before kings and brought before wise men and brought before great men and have all these wonderful conversations as men. But a lot of times we get caught up in the contest of who knows more. You know, women, good women, they don't really care what you know. They care what you show. You know,
Mm.
they want to see how have you applied your knowledge? What have you done with your knowledge? And that's what wisdom does. Wisdom says, what have you done with what you know? Wisdom says, have you made a good deposit into a capable other? You know, so wisdom will make you say, what did you choose to implement your plan? Who did you choose to implement
Mm.
your vision? And that will come back to show you if you're operating with good judgment and if you're operating with insight. And having a good woman is just like that. You know, when you have a good woman, it shows that you have good insight. It shows that you have good judgment. You know, that's why I equate wisdom with a woman. You know, and if we're talking about historically, wisdom, wisdom had a name. Wisdom in the Greek was Sophia.
Really?
Yes, yes. If you look it
See,
up in the Greek,
this is why I told you y'all need to get your pen and paper. Did y'all hear that? See, pen and paper.
y'all, I paid my cousin to make me sound good. Y'all, I pay her well. But yeah, wisdom is it's Sophia. You know, and Sophia refers to knowledge and insight and good judgment. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Applied, all of this stuff being applied. You know what I'm saying? And until we learn how to apply that, you know, it it's
Ooh.
a quality that comes with age and experience. You know, comes with age and experience, with a desire for truth and knowledge. You know, wisdom seeks after more knowledge to apply. You know, a good woman will always seek after a man with a vision. A good woman will always seek after a man with a plan. Because if she allows that man to dictate to her what the vision is, she'll take that vision and she'll mold it, she'll shape it, she'll nurture it, she'll bring that thing to pass in such a way to where the two, when they become one, can conquer the world.
Come on here. I love it. Woo. So with that, woo, that man, I'm tired already. That was just a lot. That was a lot. Um, so let's plug in Solomon because your subject was Solomon.
Okay.
Because he's literally is known as the king of wisdom because of this biblical story of what he asked God for,
Yeah.
right? So let's tap into that. Let's plug in this information and connect it all to Solomon and wisdom.
Okay. Well, when we deal with Solomon, Solomon is a very it's a wonderful story. He was considered to be the wisest man ever to rule, and the great thing about Solomon was that not only was he wise, but along with that wisdom, you know, there were a lot of pitfalls that came with it. So understanding first and foremost that even the wisest have pitfalls. Even the
Mm.
wisest fall for traps. And it has to be that way because you have to understand that it is through experience that wisdom is attained. It is through experience. So, you know, one of my biggest issues with the world at large and the church at large is the fact that we don't allow people to have their mistakes. We don't allow people to have their shortcomings because we feel like, no, this is it, and you should be doing it this way, and it should happen this way, and it should happen right now. And you don't allow people to develop into the person that they can become. You don't allow people to uh, enjoy their journey of becoming, and in that enjoyment,
Mm.
it doesn't always happen the way you may
That's
want
so
it to happen.
good.
It doesn't always happen the way that the church may deem it to happen. But you have to understand that wisdom takes you on a journey. And in that journey, there are some risks that you have to take. In that journey, there are some pitfalls you have to face. In that journey, you have to realize that, hey, with the good and the bad, you know, my life is comprised. And the truth of the matter is there really is no bad. It's all good. It all works out for our good. It all and that's the problem. We've acknowledged uh, deceptive teachings that keep us pigeonholed and keep us bound in a tradition that is meant to strip us of power.
Mm.
So if we continue to allow people to have their mistakes, allow people to walk their journey. They may not walk at your pace. That is okay. Your pace is for you. Your pace is meant to keep you in a balance. That pace is for you. You cannot dictate your pace onto another human being because when you do so, what you do is that you hold them to expectations that they do not have to follow. They don't have to attain your expectations for their life. That is not their job.
Say that again, please.
They do not have to obtain your expectation for their life. When you do that, when you start doing that, you enter into grounds of manipulation.
Yes.
And most people manipulate because they have no discipline. Discipline says that I must control myself. But most people try to control others because they don't know how to control themselves.
Whew. I'm so glad this is being recorded because once again, I got to go watch it again. Oh my God. You don't even understand how many people you just freed just now, for real.
Listen, listen, listen. We free ourselves daily to that one piece of wisdom. Daily. We have to check ourselves because we see some things that we consider that is just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That is the stupidest decision I've ever saw. I don't believe this person would ever. How could you? And we have to check ourselves and say that person is on their own pace. We are on our own pace. We Your pace is for your race. My
Yes.
pace is for mine. And
Yes.
when we learn that, the world will be a much better place. A much better place.
A much better place.
I'm telling you.
So Solomon was the wisest king that we know of, and yet he had pitfalls.
Definitely. Definitely.
How do we equate that to, or how do we use that logic or that information to strengthen the men?
Uh, Knowing that, number one, be patient with yourself as a man. Be patient with yourself. Sometimes we men, we get down on ourselves because we're not moving as fast as we think we should be moving, or we allow ourselves to get caught up in things that we really shouldn't be caught up in, because of the pleasures of life, the pleasures of the eye, the pleasures of our sexual nature, and a lot of times we get caught up in that, because sex is a very big part of it for us, and the church tries to demonize sex on every level, and in turn, men have not learned how to uh, navigate the pitfalls of sex and sexual intimacies. We have not learned how to navigate those pitfalls, and that is the greatest pitfall for any man. And because the church is demonized it, we've stayed away from it. You know what I'm saying? And we're not just talking about the church demonizing it where the church stays away from it, but the world stayed away from it for years. And now we're in the midst of a sexual revolution, a revolution that was forced on us partly, and a revolution that was from evolution, you know. So now we have a lot of things that we have to deal with. You know, when we're talking about Solomon, if we just look at the name Solomon, Solomon is a wonderful name. It's Sol, which means sun, O,
Yeah.
moon, sun and moon.
Really?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
tell you.
So when you're dealing with Solomon, you're dealing with every wisdom, every bit of wisdom under the sun and the moon. You know what I'm saying? There is wisdom that cannot be hidden when you deal in the real spirit of Solomon, because no matter if you're dealing with the wisdom that's already brought to light, or you're dealing with the hidden wisdom that is with the moon. You know, there are hidden wisdoms. You know, the Bible is a coded book. You know, not just the Bible. The world itself is a coded place, and it's full of symbolism. It's full of uh uh uh, uh it's full of full of stuff. And and when we really come to understand that, you know, wisdom, there is a wisdom that is quite evident to many. That is the wisdom that is brought to light. That is the wisdom that is under the sun. But then there's a hidden wisdom. That hidden wisdom is usually demonized by people who are under religious constructs. You know, it's funny, because when we deal with those hidden wisdoms, you know, for us as a people, we have to understand who we are before we deal with any other ideology of religion. Let's deal with who we are as a people. Because there's a wisdom in who we are as a people, and that wisdom is ancient wisdom. That wisdom is wisdom that is drawn from a deep well. But when we begin to talk about those wisdoms, whether it be delving into who we were as Africans, or delving into who we are as indigenous people, all of a sudden it becomes demonized, and it becomes demonized by our own people. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Do you think it's demonized because of lack of knowledge or because of fear
Both,
of both?
both.
Hmm.
The less knowledge
Okay.
you, the
I'm
less knowledge
sorry.
you have about a thing, the more you fear the thing.
Right. Okay.
And so what happens is people, they don't have knowledge on who they were. They don't have knowledge on their history. They don't have knowledge on who they were, who their lineage were, how deep that family line goes, and what's in your family line. And because they don't know, automatically there's a fear that becomes attached to it, because I don't know what that's about. I don't know what y'all doing over there. No, this is how I know it. And if I do it the way I know it, if you do it the way you know it, you're going to stay in the same places that you are. Knowledge has levels, and if you keep on doing it the way you know it, you have to delve into the deep pool of wisdom. You have to delve into the deep pool of knowledge. And when you do that, when you bring the two together and you delve into that pool and you begin to swim in those pools, you go deeper and deeper out, further and further into the current. And then you find yourself in deep waters. You find yourself, if you can swim, you find yourself in deep waters doing well, experiencing and exploring and finding out things. And wow, I didn't know this was like this. I didn't know this was here. But a lot of times people, they're too scared to take those trips into the deep. And it is in the deep where we're called to live. We're called, the Bible says it like this: I haven't given unto you to know the mysteries. I've given it to you to know. But here we in church, what do we hear? Well, some things God holds to himself. We say foolish stuff like that. There's just some knowledge that God keeps to himself. No, that ain't. I don't know. I don't know your iteration of this God. That's not the God that I know. The iteration of God that I know, the iteration of God that we all know, is the iteration of God that we are.
Mm.
And here, this is again, this is the deepness. This is the stuff that's delving into the deep. You know, when you begin to recognize, just like Jesus recognized that I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. If our elder brother can say that, he's our elder brother. Some of y'all calling him your father. He's your elder brother. If your elder brother can say that, then why can't you say it that I and my Father are one? I am one with the source. I am one with source knowledge. I am one with source wisdom. I am one with the I am. And that's why anything I put after I am, I become, because I am one with I am.
I am one with I am. Somebody need to put that in the comments while I'm writing it on paper. I am one with the I am. Woo! So, those of you who are just joining in or just scrolling by, we are on Solace Saturday. We're paying tribute to the men in honor of Father's Day. Our guest for today is none other than Jamel Lewis, and
Hey,
he is whipping us real good, talking about wisdom and the faith of wisdom. So you're tuned in, tag, like, share, leave a comment, let him know that he's talking right. Get your pen and paper like I do and take notes like I am, and enjoy the platform. Right? So, Jamel,
yeah,
we talked about fear
yeah,
and the unknown,
yeah.
right? Well, no, that's a lie. We didn't talk about it. You did. You spoke about fear and the unknown, right?
Okay, okay,
So let's plug in faith.
yeah.
So what part does faith play in wisdom? How does it activate it? How does it cultivate it? What does faith do in regards to wisdom, if
Uh,
anything at all?
well, number one, I would say that faith can provide a person with a moral compass. Uh, Without that moral compass, uh, we will think that the knowledge we have is wisdom. You
Hmm.
know, uh, wisdom is something that is for the domain, whatever is in the domain. A domain usually talks about more than one. It's for the whole. And if there is no moral compass guiding you in your knowledge, then you can never start your journey to wisdom. That's number one. So they have, faith. It it has to provide a person with a moral compass. It has to. That's number one. Number two, it helps guide you in your decision making. A lot of us wouldn't do the things that we do if we didn't believe. Faith is believing. The simplest way of putting it. If we
Hmm.
didn't believe in something bigger than our fear, bigger than our thoughts of ineptitude, if we did not believe in something bigger, then we would never make decisions that have brought us to wonderful experiences, because we'll be too fearful and cowering in the corner somewhere. I, I just wish I could, but I just can't, because if I do that, who knows how that would that faith faith cannot survive in that environment. Faith Fear is the killer of faith. Fear is faith's assassin,
Mm.
and we cannot find ourselves living and thriving in that environment. Also, um, faith activates wisdom in a way where it will help you discern between right and wrong. You know, Faith, I always say this: there is an intelligence in faith that many neglect.
Hmm.
Uh, Faith speaks from an intelligence that goes before us. Faith speaks from an intelligence that is in front of us, guiding us. Faith and that intelligence is guiding us to knowledge. That knowledge then guides us to wisdom. Uh, so we have to realize that faith has to help you discern between right and wrong. Faith has to say, how does this work out well for me? And how does it work out well for everybody that's connected to me? If it works out well for me, but it doesn't work out well for those who are connected to me, then I have to understand that this might not be the wisest choice.
I love that.
Because faith makes sure that everybody in the domain is taken care of. Faith connects with wisdom. If everybody in my domain isn't taken care of by what I believe, then guess what? It's not wisdom. It's not a wise thing to do. It's such a simple thing. It's such a simple thing to realize. We see many churches and many pastors and many governments fall because they have a selfish perspective of faith, which is not faith at all. It's arrogance. And there is a difference between faith and arrogance.
I hope so.
And some don't see it. You've been in church long enough to see. You've been and I use church as our model because it's plays such a big part of our lives. But we see in our churches, we see in our government, where arrogance has taken complete control. There's no faith. This country has no faith. This country has arrogance. This government has arrogance. These wealthy folk have arrogance, not faith. And in turn, the fruits that come from them are good for them, but poisonous to everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I I'm so overloaded.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, because this is why. Well, I'm getting personal for like 30 seconds, y'all. Forgive me. This is why I only talk to you 3-4 times a year. Because when we're on the phone, it's an easy 3 hours because it's stuff like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because you stir me up, you got me thinking about stuff, right? And it's so scary because you use the word demonized, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And well, we should all know this, that people will use portions of the Bible to benefit themselves, right? So they use the word demonize to control the people, for lack of explanation, right? But then, they get stuck on the mysteries of God. But then there's the scriptures that say that we are here to do greater works,
Uh-huh.
right? So wouldn't you think that if we were to do greater works, that we, like you said, we are to go deeper into the mysteries of God, and we can only do that by using wisdom?
You would think, but unfortunately, Christianity is the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to intelligence.
Wow.
And it's just the truth. Even the term Christian, it was not given as a badge of honor when it was first spoken to us. The word Christian literally means Cretan. Cretans were known to be idiots. They were known to be of low intelligence. They were known to be the stupid ones, the ones that did not have wisdom. And we take that and we wear that as a badge of honor, and we say being a Christian is being Christ-like. No, is actually the opposite of Christ-like. Christ, the word Christ means illuminated one. It means revelated one. It is the opposite of that. And because we use the term in such a way, it produces conflict, because the very term itself was meant to talk about how unlearned a person was. But we use it to say how deep we are. And in turn, we produce inner conflict within our walk with God, because we continue to uh, mistranslate things. And when we take these mistranslations and apply it to our lives, it produces inner conflict. And then we try to present ourselves to the world as the answers and the light. And the world is looking at you like, nah, you're not the light. You're definitely not the light. I can't see nothing when you come in the room but darkness. And we don't see it. Even the scripture says that the children of the world were wiser than the children of light. We're supposed to be the children of light, but we have allowed our lights to be dimmed because we hold on to traditions. We hold on to things that our forefathers didn't realize because they didn't have the learning, because the learning was taken from them from the beginning. In the beginning, we had the learning. It comes from us. It all comes from us, all of us. If you trace it all the way back, it goes. And see, it goes way back before Christianity. Before Christianity. Let me say it again. Before Christianity, it goes way back. We were the innovative ones. We were the ones that had the ideas. We were the ones, the scientists. We were the mathematicians. That was us. And it goes all the way back to Egypt. And before Egypt, when it was called Kemet, it goes all the way back to all of that, you know? But we only hold on to this small piece called Christianity. You know, and then when we look at Christianity and the way it's applied today, this Christianity, this framework of Christianity was given to us by the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church got that from 325 AD, the Council of Nicaea. And the Council of Nicaea, those men were not holy men. They were not holy men. They were men built and bent on world domination. That is why they created Catholicism. Catholicism meaning universalism, which means that they took pieces of every religion and melded it together. And you know what they created? Christianity.
Wow.
And here we are, you know.
And here we are.
And in turn, it produces now we live a life where we're conflicted most of the time, because we don't deal with the evils. We don't deal with the dark past of Christianity, the bloody days of Christianity. Christianity was promoted around the world not through good works. It was promoted through war, through killing, through blood. That's what Christianity did. But when you get to understand that knowing God and knowing Christianity is two different things. Knowing God and knowing a religion is two different things. God is not a Christian.
Wow.
Jesus was not a Christian. Jesus was a Jew who most Jews did not like because they felt he broke all of the laws. So even Jesus himself couldn't stay stuck in religion. He couldn't even stay stuck in the race of being Jew. Because not only was Jesus was religiously a Jew, but he was also a Jew by race. We have Jews today who are converts, and the convert tries to tell the original how to live their life. When we begin to understand that we transcend our religions, when we really live who we are, we transcend our religion. We transcend our race. We're bigger than that. We are bigger than that. Do you understand how big you are in God? This is the wisdom of the fathers today. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the wisdom of the fathers. When you understand how big you are, the wisdom of the word father means source. The wisdom of the source. When you begin to understand how big you are and what you are sourced from and what you can really do, these systems fade away. These systems must pass away. Bishop Brown used to sing a song that heaven and earth will all pass away, cause Jesus never fails. If if those systems pass away, even heaven is a system that has to pass away. Even heaven itself is a system that, because we transcend. When you understand who God in you really is, you understand how big you really are and how
Yeah.
big you can really become when you understand
Yes.
who God in you really is.
Yes.
We,
Yes.
we, we hang on to these traditional views, which robs us of the divine wisdom. I can't keep talking like my great great grandfather talked, because my great great grandfather was limited in his knowledge. All he had was a will to serve God. But now I have a will and I have an intelligence to serve God. And this God
Yeah.
that I'm serving is the God that lives in me, that functions through me, that lives and functions and moves and breathes as me. In him we live, we move, and
Yes.
have our being. But
Yes.
most of you live, most of you have a being, but you don't move nowhere. You haven't moved and matriculated into spaces in God that other men are scared to go. God is vast. It's so big. It's so big. I can't even say he, because when you say he, you automatically limit it. It is so big.
Wow.
We've taken a spiritual moral high ground that we shouldn't take, because we feel like we have all the answers in this one spot. But in this one spot is killing you. There's more to God than what you're giving. You're stuck on the Bible, and God is bigger than the Bible. In fact, the Bible you got is missing books.
True.
The library you have is missing books. So how can you know all that you need to know within the books when they took out the books? So when they took out certain books, automatically it changed the trajectory on how you think about God. It automatically changed the trajectory on how you think about God and God in you.
Hmm. I love it. Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, Cherise,
I love it.
you shouldn't wake me up early in the mornings. Start me early in the morning, because now I feel my motor going.
I
See,
see.
see,
I see. But
tell
our men need this, because they really need to understand who they are so they
yeah,
can unlearn what they have learned.
yeah,
And they
yeah,
have to understand that it's within them. This is why, God had me to format this platform for this month this way.
yeah,
And certain people are assigned to certain people just for this. Just this is what we need. This
yeah,
is a level of truth that nobody want to talk about or
yeah,
nobody want to explore. And our men are stuck.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
stuck, and they're stuck in a system. And because they're stuck in a system, they feel like this is it. And I'm so glad this is free reign, and we deal with truth and transparency all the time.
yeah,
And I'm so glad that you were here and you took your time to walk through it to help our men understand that you're bigger than this. You're
man,
greater than this, and you
yeah,
are needed. And
yeah,
it's women, wisdom, good women, right? That help catapult what's inside our men. And this is so needed. And I pray that y'all got something out of this today. Watch it on the replay. Watch it on YouTube. Share it with your sons, your neighbors, your nephews, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. Because this is the conversations that need to be had. And still connected to the Bible.
Yeah.
Just because books are missing don't mean that the Bible's all bad or all wrong. It's just that stuff is missing. Just like the Bible is not even chronologically
in order.
portioned. It's not in order. So, but it's still a good guidance for who we should be becoming.
No doubt. You just have to be spirit led. You just have to be spirit led. When you're reading the text, you must be spirit led. And you personally cannot until you tap in to your other side, until you move away from your human side and tap into your divine side. When you tap into the divinity in you, into the Spirit of God in you, when you tap into that, the awareness and the consciousness of God in you, when you tap into that, then it can decode the books of the Bible for you. It can decode the secrets and the mysteries of Scripture for you and make it real, verified, and personal. And then you can walk a walk that many can't. Then you can walk. You can walk in a confidence that many can't. Then you can walk in a power that many can't.
Yeah. So, this was so heavy. I had to stop writing because I couldn't keep up. But I got a replay and I got YouTube. So
yeah.
I can. Hey, Derek. Man, thank you for such enlightening information. See, I know I hear God. People don't think I hear God. Because I'm quick with it at times. Pray for this here. I'm quick with it. But I know I hear God, and I know who to have for what reason and for what purpose. And I pray that this platform stirred up something. I pray that this month stirs up something for the men. Because last week we dealt with perseverance. Mm-hmm. With Gary McClendon. And man,
that's my guy.
Woo! Let me tell you, he had us all in here repenting about something. It was so heavy. And here we are again, getting the wisdom that we need. And I appreciate this time. You always challenge me to look at stuff more deeply and a little differently. And I love that. I love that. And I pray that that happens for those who are watching today, or will watch the replay or go watch it on YouTube. Oh my goodness.
Let me say this, and I believe I'll be done. But it is in our different perspectives of that one God that we see the fullness of God. Everybody's looking for, the church has been calling for a move of God, a different move of God for years. But every time it comes, they demonize it because they're comfortable with where they are. They're stuck at Melita. They're stuck at Pentecost. They're stuck at Azusa. We have to unstick our people. We have to make them mobile again. Pentecost is over. Pentecost had its time. It was what it was. Melita is over. It had its time. Hey, Azusa is over. It had its time. What is the move of God? What does it look like in your generation? What does it look like in your life? When you're reading scripture, all of these scriptures are written by men. These are different men's perspective of that one same God. The question is, if we are epistles that are supposed to be read of men, understand the Bible is still being written right now as we speak. You are part of the library. What are you contributing to this part of the library? What is your life contributing? Is your life a message of warning, or is your life a message of edification? Is your life a message that the world can look at and say, I'm inspired and I want to live like that?
Mm.
You're still writing scripture. You're still writing scripture. Thousands of years later, your name they might be reading about. The gospel of Jamel, the gospel of Cherise, the gospel of Derek, the gospel of Lisa, the gospel. The question is, what are you bringing? What are you contributing to this part of the library? What are you contributing to it? Are you a warning or are you an inspiration?
Mm.
I'll
Whew.
stop. I'll stop because
Whew.
I can go on. I can go on and on
Yeah,
and on.
yeah. We may have to bring you back when we come back from vacation because we need this kind of talk. We need it. We need it because, like I said, we're so limited. We're limited,
Masters,
and
masters of limitation.
yeah. So, listen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. This has been Solace Saturday. It's been a special edition, paying tribute to the men in honor of Father's Day this month. And our guest Jamel Lewis was enlightening us on the faith of wisdom. His subject for study was Solomon, and if you missed it, you missed it. I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. You missed it. But you do have the opportunity to watch it again on the replay and on YouTube. You can find me under my name, Cherise Stevenson, on YouTube. And please watch this. And watch last week's too with Gary McClendon, because what he did with Perseverance was just amazing. So listen, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much, Jamel, for taking out this time with us
My
and for
pleasure.
shaking us and stirring us up again. And listen, I repeat myself. Please be careful out here with this weather, this air quality, whatever it is that's going on. Don't let your guard down. Stay covered, stay protected, stay cautious, stay alert. All right. And we celebrate the men. We also celebrate me, my birthday month, right?
Happy birthday. That your birthday month, your elevation month. Oh, this was a great month for you. Look at
Honey,
here.
I'm
Look at here.
honey, when I say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging me in my elevation. I appreciate that.
Most definitely.
But yeah, so this is us. Yo, we're done. It's our hour. And until next time, next week, you guys, we stay safe and stay encouraged. Love y'all. Bye.